What is up, guys? I have a new video for you guys here. This was a whole side on I don't remember the year on this. I think it's like a 2012, 2013. I'm not too sure, but it was a whole side repair on a Chevy Avalanche. I didn't record all of it. I did get to time lapse some of it, and this is what I got here. I basically repaired the rear door. I replaced the quarter panel. I blended the right door, and I replaced the right front fender. And I also replaced all the suspension in the back. And this is what I got here. This is the time lapse of the front removal of the fender. Then this is a picture of the suspension, how jacked up it was in the back. Then I got another picture after it all had been replaced and been done with. And then I got all my new parts laid out here. It was a lot. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. And then from here on out is basically the quarter panel removal of the video. And I started off by grinding down all my spot welds. On this one, I chose to use my cutoff wheel. And then you'll see as the video progresses how the cutoff wheel can sometimes not be as effective as a belt sander because it's hard to get into some spaces. So you see me moving and jerking around a lot. But yeah, I'm basically removing all the spot welds right now. All the clips, actually all the pictures and like time-lapse videos that you see on this video here are actually uploaded onto my Instagram. So Instagram is kind of like keeping everyone updated on like what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. And most of it I get to upload in little chunks and not have to upload one big video like I do here because I have to wait until I get all the content gathered up. And that way I can kind of put a little something here and there. But anyways, back to the video. All you see me is removing all the spot welds. And this truck, man, has a lot of spot welds. And I put the whole panel assembly on the truck. I didn't do any sectioning procedures or anything. I literally replaced the whole thing. So I had to remove every single spot weld all along the edge of this panel here, and I'm telling you, it takes a lot. And that cargo thing that you see there, I don't know what it's called, that cargo space, I was able to pry it up a little bit, just enough to give me access to grind down the spot welds that it has all along that edge there, that lip. You'll see later on in the video, maybe not, maybe not, I'm not too sure, because I didn't record me removing those spot welds, but I did do it. And then in order to spot weld my panel back together, I had to remove that whole cargo panel, and it only took about 4 bolts. What is it? I think they were Torx, if I'm not. No, they were actually like a size 15, if I'm not mistaken. But I removed all of that in order to panel bond my panel back together. You'll see later on in the video. I didn't show me removing the actual cargo assembly, but I did do it. Once I grinded down all my spot welds that needed to be taken out, it was time just to get my seam sealer buster on my panel separator in between the body and the panel itself, so I can pry out all of these spot welds that it has. Then all you're seeing here is me picking up my extended cutoff tool, and I was just cutting down straight across and to the, you'll see later on, to the side. I just needed to release my panel from this area here because I couldn't get my panel separator or seam sealer buster in between this tight gap. So I cut the line straight across and then I hit it through the back, all the panel, all like the excess panel that was left over. But this was just a lot easier and quicker. Once all of that was said and done, it was time to pry apart the old panel. And I basically got my pry bar and wedged it in between the panel and was just separating it. And it required some force to remove it. It wasn't all the way easy, just remove like nothing. I actually had to leverage it out. Then I decided to speed things up and just show you guys what it looks like from a different point of view. I basically just went all around the panel and wherever it needed some prying apart, that's all I did. And down here where you see me cutting a square was basically a spot weld that I didn't have access to. Once I removed the panel, I started cleaning up and dressing up my welds that were left behind. And basically just prepping everything that needed to be prepped, laying down my weld through primer, and everything that was removed in the process, putting it back on the car, ready for my new panel to get installed. And I'm going to show you a close-up of what it looks like to dress a weld. Basically, you're removing the excess metal that was left from the panel that you just removed. This is basically the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys around for more.